Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz, October 24, 2018, 1:55 a.m. Birmingham. Topic. This one is a puzzler for me. His name is Khashoggi. He was the journalist who was murdered in Turkey at the Saudi Arabian consulate, or I guess you can call it embassy. I have been trying to find out, why does it matter? I mean, excuse my French, but what does it matter? He's a journalist. They kill journalists all the time. All of them do. But why is this one so important? Well, I looked them up. And guess what I found? Nothing. I found one thing, only one. And he spoke with one of the nighttime guys on Fox, not Hannity, but anyway, one of the other guys, back when the United States attacked Iraq, and when you remember the blow up, when the mistreatment of the Iraqis, the prisoners, hit the screen, and it showed the woman in there standing on top of one of them, making fun of them, and all kinds of things. Had them naked in there. He's the one that broke that story. And, well, of all that I've searched, and I promise you, I read everything I could read about this man. That's all I found. What makes that so important that I will tell you in a moment how many people are involved in this. Let me try to read into it a little bit. Avi Lipton, I was about to head in, and then I ran across something. He was talking to Gary Stearman, and I like to hear Avi. He's trying to bring a Christian, part of the Knesset in Israel. If he can get enough votes, which he has, and they're going to vote on it in the fall soon, and see if they can be listed on their board, and if so, Avi will be the head of it. Avi's a good man. I like him from day one. He's very smart. He married a woman, Jewish, from Egypt. But let me go ahead and tell you about what's going on in Saudi Arabia. Headlines: civil war is possible. And at the end of that, I wrote down why, with a huge question mark. A Saudi dissident general, I won't try to pronounce his first name, Khashoggi, his last name, which is really long, Khashoggi, Khashoggi. And Trump is meeting about what to do with Saudi Arabia. So I have a huge question. Who is this man? What did he do to bring such attention to him via the United States? What is their interest in this man? Well, because I've never heard his name before. I've heard a lot of journalists, but names just, escape me on about 98% of them. I remember Hannity. But again, I've never heard the name before. So I went to Yahoo and I looked them up and I came up with a very long thing. And out of all that I read, Khashoggi, he is the one that broke the story about the Americans mistreating and torturing the Iraqis when they were captured during that war, that the one that had Saddam Hussein on trial. And let me tell you this, every prisoner of war, our people, theirs, every prisoner of war has been tortured in some way. Every single one, regardless what country they're from, they're tortured. So this guy, Khashoggi, was a journalist, and he discovered that the United States, of course, revealed that the U.S. soldiers had beaten and tortured captured Iraqis during the Iraqi war. When I said, hell, we knew that 6 months after it happened. So, again, what's the big deal about Khashoggi? Well, for whatever reason, he went to Turkey, and he was in the consulate seeking, safety. Don't know why he was running, or the embassy there. And 15 Saudis came from Saudi Arabia to him. During the interview, Khashoggi died, and they want the Saudi to hand over his body. They haven't done that. Let me tell you whose names are on the list of people who are looking for blood. Trump, Pompeo, the British Prime Minister, Turkey's Erdogan, the Crown Prince, Saudi Arabia. Not so sure he's looking for blood, except what he already got. The head of the Turkish Arab Media Association, the UN, United Nations Secretary, German Chancellor Merkel, the European Union. So as of today, the Saudis have not offered a suitable answer as to what happened to Khashoggi and where the body is. That is the whole story. So I haven't found out yet if this man was up for the Nobel Prize or what. This is I think this one is blown out of proportion. Major blown out of proportion. Unless there's something there that he had to tell or was going to tell, and the Saudis felt the need to stop it and do it quickly. I even read in that article that they dismembered the body and put it in acid, and it disappeared. So no one knows. But now you know about as much as you can know about Khashoggi and why the interest in him with all these countries has not been yet laid out or discovered or told. I'm confused, guys. Jody Wolf, Expoz.